A devastating loss for a church. 3 of its pillar members killed while they enjoyed fellowship. 3 special projects are aimed at remembering their lives built on faith and reminding those left behind of hope and forgiveness.
Whether it's death or a shooting or any other kind of hard thing, that ordinary people can make it through. The light does shine in the darkness. You can find light on the other side.
That darkness for St. Stephen's happened June 16, 2022. Church members gathered for fellowship. In their midst was a man with a gun who took away 3 friends: Jane Pounds, Sharon Yeager, and Bart Rainey. Rainey dying in his wife's arms. His daughter, Melinda Rainey Thompson, told us that the families chose to focus on hope.
We had 3 funerals in this church in 2 days. You couldn't use your parish hall. It was a really difficult thing, and I was so proud of our clergy and staff. People worked so hard to make it happen, you know.
And we want this to be hopeful, but it's not absent of the loss. I mean, I miss my friends, and I wish it didn't happen. Yeah.
As the church mourned, leaders searched for a way to honor them. The people needed to do the work were right inside the congregation. Thompson, an author, organized a group of survivors to write essays about their experience.
It takes courage to write, especially for non-professional writers. And you could see that with this being a part of a group, how each individual became stronger as part of that group, you know, and they would invite someone else to come. And now they're so proud of their books. And they don't have to keep retelling that story, which is traumatic in itself.
They wanted it to be therapeutic for the church, create a record for archives, and help others going through the same thing. All proceeds go toward the Labyrinth and Fountain Memorial, designed by members who were architects.
There are 3 sheet fountains for the 3 people that we lost, and that water will pour over rocks that the survivors of June 16th will place in the fountain at a private event where we'll gather with them.
What do you think your dad would say about the memorial and about the book?
He would say, "This is too much fuss. Too much fuss. That's ridiculous." But he would be very proud of his boomer friends. He would be very proud of how they've hung together and grown stronger.
Another special memorial inside the sanctuary, these ribbons with words of love woven together after the shooting and now serving as an altarpiece. Going back inside the hall for the first time since the shooting became a moment of healing.
And there was a dinner afterwards. And when we sat in that room with all the boomers, I was there with my mom, who was of course in that room and survived. We're so grateful. And when you could hear after the service, the rededication service, you could hear the volume in the room coming up, and there was a baby being passed around, and you could see joy coming back a little bit.
We can still be hopeful. We can be committed to being in a relationship with each other. We can continue to be committed to welcoming the stranger, of being compassionate, of being forgiving. That's the only way forward from my perspective in this complicated world we live in.
You can find the book of essays called The Light Shines in the Darkness, Choosing Hope After a Mass Shooting on Amazon. Sarah Snyder, ABC 3340 News.